trust and wobbly towers. Who know what it means to count and be counted on. And know that every little thing they do makes a big difference. Do something big. Work with small children.
Save up to £523 on your car insurance. Please just use Confused. Just use confused.com.
We were a noisy generation, but it might be something quiet we do that becomes our greatest legacy. Leave a gift in your will to the British Heart Foundation and fund groundbreaking research that could help save millions of lives.
Good afternoon.
Search BHF Wills.
With Post Office Over 50's life cover, enjoy peace of mind knowing your family will receive a guaranteed payout when you're gone. UK resident 50 to 80, your guaranteed acceptance. No health checks and from just £1.15 a week. Plus free 24/7 GP access with the health and wellbeing benefit. Purchase and receive a £125 gift card for Amazon.co.uk, Tesco or M&S. Call Post Office on 0800 171 2211.
Are you ready to step up against shingles? The free NHS shingles
I didn't even
vaccination
have
is available all
the
year
fucking
round. If you're
144
50 or over with a severely weakened immune
refresh
system,
rate.
or age 70 to 79, you're eligible now. If you turned 65 on or after the 1st of September last year, you can get
I can't
yours
believe that.
If you're eligible, your GP surgery should send you an invitation. But if you're worried you've missed yours, get in touch with them today. Step up against shingles.
A lot of my patients who have sensitive teeth want a whiter smile. Sensodyne Clinical White has been clinically proven to give 2 shades of whiter teeth and to help protect sensitive teeth. People with sensitive teeth don't have to compromise on having a whiter smile as well. I would absolutely recommend Sensodyne Clinical White to my patients.
I'm live now, and guess what? Tell Dad this as well. I've been running the computer, on 60 gigahertz, not the full 144 gigahertz this whole time.
Why is your police officer tied to a chair?
We've had to accidentally kidnap him a little bit.
This isn't how normal people live. You're gonna get killed.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
Brassic, Mondays at 10 on Sky Mix.
When is William Shatner on Blaze? Well, that was your dream. The new series of The Unexplained starts tonight at 9 on Blaze, part of Secret September.
Eric, we're discussing here at some length, how do you account for archaeological evidence that shows all the steps up from evolution?
I fully agree with the theory of evolution, except for our branch, there was an artificial mutation. And you can really compare it. I mean, all our family brothers and sisters, the apes, the gorillas, the chimpanzees, they still exist. We are still of the same family, but they have not created intelligence, language, information. Only we. Why only we? Out of the same family tree. Because we are the product of an artificial mutation.
What he's saying is our intelligence is far greater than the chimpanzee and gorilla. We now know why. We have an activated neocortex, which is the basis for all human civilization.
The neocortex is the area of the human brain responsible for language, logical reasoning, and conscious thought. Many scientists believe the activation of the neocortex is what makes humans different from all other earthly creatures.
The neocortex is kind of one layer of our cortex that is fairly unique to Homo sapiens. And as far as we can tell, that's the area where activity is occurring directly related, particularly to consciousness, but probably also some of our other senses and the way they interact. It is probably the part of the brain, because of that, that most sets us apart from other primates.
was a genetic alteration. The National Institute of Health, in their own publication, says this is not a natural fusion
I will
of
be on
chromosome
games in a
2
minute.
that activated our neocortex.
So are you saying that the neocortex was activated by ancient aliens?
Yes.
Just a small comment. I'm a specialist in the old writings, and practically every old writing says the same thing. Some gods created humans. Now, is this just imagination? Worldwide, I mean, the Sumerians, or the biblical translation, or the Maya in Central America, or Plato in Greek, why should they all come to the same lies? The gods created human according to their own image.
Eric, in your opinion, for you, what is your top example for a physical representation of the ancient astronaut theory?
Well, there are many. One of them which everyone can watch every year.
Number.
Just go down to Mexico, go to the city of Chichen Itza. There is a big pyramid laid out in a special way.
The Great Pyramid of El Castillo in Chichen Itza was built by the Maya sometime between the 9th and 12th centuries AD. It served as a temple to the feathered serpent god Kukulkan and was built to reenact his descent to Earth through the manipulation of light and shadow.
The Castillo is a stepped pyramid with some outward radiating staircases, and these staircases have big high balustrades on them. And on the autumn and the spring equinox, the sun casts a shadow across the corner of the stepped pyramid, and you see the shadows of the steps on the staircase balustrade. Well, at the base of the balustrade are these big carved snake heads. And so the entire image is created an enormous coiled serpent that begins to descend from this building at this important sunrise event.
This message is clear. You see God Kukulkan coming down the step of the pyramids in form of triangles of light and shadow, light and shadow.
Eric, why couldn't these people who live by the weather and the sun, when to plant their crops, when to harvest,
Alright,
why
cool.
couldn't they divine through observation that this was the moment to plant? Why does it have to prove that an ancient alien gave them the knowledge?
Well, because they say it. They say it in their writings, in their mythology. They say, we have received our astronomical knowledge from the gods. The first writers of the Maya wrote down in their holy writings that a god with the name of Kukulkan, which they represented as a snake with feathers, descended to them and gave them their knowledge. It's their idea, not Eric Bodenitz's. Why have our ancestors worldwide created the most gigantic temples or pyramids? Why? The answer is all over the world the same: for the gods. The so-called gods were teachers. They give them information, and it's the people who have written down this.
The basic question that I want to have answers to, and we're touching on the edges of it, but it seems like it's metaphysical. I can't quite reach it. Why would a civilization all these billions of light years away come here and leave?
Pat, message me if you can
I don't
see
know about the present, but I'm especially in the
live.
past. And in the past, they wanted to multiply intelligence. These extraterrestrials changed our line of evolution simply because they wanted to multiply intelligence in the universe. We are simply too arrogant to accept this. We want to be the greatest. We should become a little more humble and learn we are not the greatest.
Eric von Daniken, what a pleasure it is to speak to you. We appreciate you being here, Eric, and a pleasure to have talked to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, too.
Let us pause a moment, digest what we've just heard, and take a deep breath, and we'll continue. Talk to me about the physical evidence of ancient aliens. There are many areas of the world, all over the world, where gigantic, megalithic structures exist that people point at and say, how did that get there?
The crazy part, a lot of the architectural engineering used to build some of these large megalithic structures is technology that we do not understand today.
And these temples are aligned to specific star systems. Why do you do that unless you're trying to get there or call people in? That's
Well,
the
again, the whole idea of the pondering the stars. They had nothing to do but lie on their back and say, I see a thing here. And
Nothing
I see
to
it.
do?
What?
Nothing to do.
Well, but look,
Just building pyramids, all these slaves, nothing
no,
to do.
I'm talking about a guy with a beard lying on his back looking at the stars and saying,
Why not a
I
woman?
see the same. They seem to be going in that direction.
Evidence. I think they're very busy doing other things.
When you're in Egypt and you are in the Osirion, a temple in a place called Abydos, you're in a temple that now we think is at least 10,000 years old. It is composed of red granite blocks that weigh on average about 50 tons. And it's the perfection, the precision, it's an intelligence, it's ancient astronaut evidence.
The Assyrian in Abydos is just one of the many